What's up, everybody? It is the Messiah, Lord Razzle Dazzle, and this bitch. Pull over, that ass too fat. So, y'all know what I gotta do, baby. Y'all know how I hold it down in ones and twos. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna come out with the very first officer equipment guide. As you guys know, Camel has dropped a new update, which is basically what I want to call another money grab scheme, but it's actually a pretty good one because the actual equipment itself is actually pretty fucking good. They came out with a server update, blase, and then my bad habits of actually buying the stuff that I needed, but whatever, we're gonna cover that. So in my previous video, I talked about the officers and their equipment that they were getting. First things first, you start off with green equipment. You'll get the green equipment, and then when you level that up a couple of times, it's gonna turn blue, and then purple, and then gold. When you get it to purple, you get something called equipment expertise, which is like kind of like a breakthrough for them. Okay, but we're gonna cover each individual officer and what they're gonna get because they don't really tell you. It's kind of a surprise, and it really threw me for a loop. Because you would think that these two pieces right here on the left, bottom left, right here, gives you the same expertise, but no, it doesn't. It actually gives you a different one at the end when you unlock these. But I'm sure that when you get them for both, it all stacks. So first things first, I want to thank all of my friends, my sponsors. Definitely want to thank my boy Ace from 1092. He actually got a few of them. There wasn't enough officer fragments to buy from the store because Camel sucks. They just it came out right here, but I mean I don't know. They definitely pissed me off. It was like the little cards or whatever. But you can get them, as I said before. You can get your officers to blue just doing the daily ruins challenge, which is right here. I mean, you get the let me deactivate upgrade officer equipment. Yeah. So you get this shit, and then you get the shit right here in the middle. So let's go ahead and dig in. But before we dig in, I want to go ahead and tell you guys to go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you like, share, comment, and share and subscribe. Okay, don't just talk about it, be about it, baby. We're gonna go ahead and dive into this thing. And also, if you guys have any questions, go ahead and join our Aeon Global Discord channel. I actually have my own room called the Razzle Dazzle Shit Talk Room. It's for people 18 years and older. Don't have no kids coming in there under 16 years of age asking me questions. They're gonna get cursed out because fuck them children. You know what I'm saying? I am an asshole when it comes down to this kind of stuff, ladies and gentlemen. But I here, as the Messiah, am here to help you save money so you too can be awesome and divine and beautiful like me. So with all that being said, and shout out to the AOL Global Discord again, because the community there kicks ass. I mean, a lot of them, everybody focused on a certain officer to give me the actual equipment expertise that came out. I want to thank Woody as well. He came out with Alexandria, and Ace had a couple of them too. And then Purple, my girl Purple, she got one too as well. I think she got the Zeus gun. I think she did get the Zeus gun. So just going through just a couple of people that assisted me in it, And then let's go ahead and dive in, guys. Let's do this shit. All right, so excuse me. So each officer, for example, like Tifa, it gives you a choice of actually leveling up a certain amount, of equipment that directly can affect your officer and your overall stat sheet. These are not hidden stat attributes. These actually reflect on your stat sheet. All troops disruptor resistance is a stat that's appearing on every one of the equipment on the secondary equipment. Like for example, on Aeon with the Ghostface Ninja, all troops resistance. Panda, all troops resistance, and then you get the long range attack and increase HP and all that good stuff, okay? When you level up these skills enough, I believe the 13 was the number, turns it from goes from I guess like purple to gold. Um, and what happens there is an interesting skill comes up that allows you to um to get what you call equipment expertise. So we're gonna dive in and I'm gonna go ahead and show you specifically which officers and what equipment expertise they come with based on what equipment on them you level up. All right, let's begin. All right, now the first one we're gonna cover is Panda, the rocket launcher, because this was actually the last one that I freaking was trying to get. So when you level up the rocket launcher, it helps a mid-range attack, okay, increase HP and defense of long-range troops, biochemical zombie troops, attack of zombie boost. It also increases that as well as progressively as you get up to the higher levels. When you get to 15, it turns gold. The equipment expertise on that is advanced kill, which increase attack of all troops by 1.5%, and I'm pretty sure it's going to increase when you level that up. And then the mid-range killer, which increases damage to mid-range troops by 1.2, and it's going to go up from there as well. Now, that is different. That is actually a hard stat right there, because that is actually increased damage to, not attack up like the other stat attribute. I'm going to show you on this screen right here. Now, if you look at the top, it says attack against mid-range boost 270. That's not the one that this one actually reflects. It's actually reflective on the one that says increased damage to mid-range troops. So that's huge for something like this. Now, when you do that, they're actually going to have a version for the melee and another one for the long range as well. So that's what's up. At the end of the day, that's going to be a stat that reflects directly on your stat sheet. Now, the next one is a Tiger Amulet, which increases attack of long range, increase HP of defense and defense of mid-range troops, and all troops disruptor resistance, which is something that people have been asking about. But when you go to the equipment expertise, you get advanced endurance, which is actually increased defense and HP of all troops by 1.5, and you can upgrade that. And then impale, which is increased attack of all troops by 1% and increased damage when attacking units with shield by 1.2. So the shield, when you see people with shields on, this is basically called impale, which is something that pierces the shield, whether they have that island item, which is very similar to the island items as well. But yeah, this is actually something that's going to counter people with, like, just like shielded troops inside of their, whenever they have the theater and stuff like that. But yeah, let's move along. Shout out to my boy Skywalker from 637 for this one. So this one is Zeus. You get the Blade Bracelet. The mid-range attack goes up, increase HP and defense of long-range troops, and all troops disruptor resistance. That's going to be another stat attribute that I cover that the other troops, officers have. His equipment expertise is advanced kill, which is increased attack of all troops again. Protection force field. All at the start of the battle, Titans and Warplings get a precision force field, resisting their HP damage for 10. So this is basically the theater all over again. They're adding even more shields to your troops. So like I said before, I feel like Camel's just been running out of ideas. But yeah, that's basically what that is. It's the shields like I showed you guys before in the previous screen. And there you go. It's those shields. So I guess you're going to be able to shield even more of your troops. So, all right. So let's go ahead and move along to the next one of what Zeus has to offer. This was just his blade bracelet. And actually, when you actually unlock them, they actually start changing colors and glowing gold. But we'll go over that in a little bit as well. Now, on the Zeus Special Ops Submachine Gun, this comes when you get it to gold, level 15. To get there, he's going to give you long-range attack, increase HP and defense of melee troops, biochemical zombie attack boost. You start getting all that good stuff. And then the equipment expertise of this ends up being advanced endurance, which is increased defense and HP of all troops, long-range killer, which is increased damage to long-range troops by 6.6, which is what they leveled this one up to. This is different from attack up against long-range troop. It's like concentrated stat that you get typically from like the equipment extensions, or when you level up Zeus and things like that. Things like him, which gives you the precision damage. It is more concentrated, so it actually is a very good attack skill for the mid-rangers or for long rangers as well. So let's go ahead. Now that we covered that, these skills, all these stats are going to be reflective on your stat sheet. So expect your stat sheet to actually change and improve with the bigger punch that you're going to pack real soon. All right, let's go to the next one. Now, going to Stormbow, again, when you start leveling him up, you get the long range attack with him, biochemical attack zombie boost, increased HP and defense of mid range troops. And then when you get his equipment expertise, it's advanced endurance, which is increased defense and HP of all troops by 1.5, but that's going to be amplified the higher you level him up. And then you have melee killer, which is increased damage to melee troops, very similar to the increased damage to LR troops, and also the mid range version of it as well. And also the skill on the plane, which is the final gold skill on the plane itself. And you can get it also through the equipment, but this is actually amplified damage to the melee killer. So I'm not gonna lie, that one looks salivating good, and I'm gonna go ahead and give that one my stamp of approval to get that sucker, because that sucker will definitely fuck somebody's day up, boy. You're gonna be clapping cheeks. Clapping cheeks when you get that fucking skill, baby. So, all right, let's cover the next equipment from Stormbow. Now, the combat armor in Stormbow is actually really interesting because you get a mid-range attack, increased HP of defense of long-range troops, so there's a benefit for long ranges to get it. And then you got the all-troops Disruptor resistance, which again is that same stat attribute that I'll explain later at the end of this video. When you get the equipment expertise, advanced kill, which is increased attack of all troops, melee blessing, which is increased melee HP by 1.6%, and troops will share 0.8 damage of the other troops' warplanes and titans. The melee troops will share that. So that's similar to the aquarium, like in the freaking island that we keep telling you guys not to buy. They're actually starting to implement that into the officers. So this is good. Now, one of my personal favorites is Aeon. You get the long-range attack increase, increased HP and defense of mid-range troops, and all troops disruptor resistance. That one comes on a ghost face ninja mask for Aeon. Her equipment expertise is going to be advanced kill, which is increased attack of all troops, mid-range resistance, which is reduced damage taken from mid-range troops by 1.2%. Obviously, when you level that up, it's going to be a greater amplifier. Again, this is for the ghost face ninja equipment on Aeon. Now, on her other piece of equipment, she's got the laser katana, which increases mid-range attack, biochemical zombie attack boost, and increased HP and defense of melee troops. Her equipment expertise of the laser katana is advanced endurance, which is increased defense and HP of all troops by, a certain amount of percentage, where this one should be 8.5, and then impale, which increased the attack of all troops by 5%, for example, on this one, and increased damage when attacking units with shield by 6%. So again, this is very similar to the island item. They're implementing a lot of the island items into the officer equipment. So in a way, I feel like they're just recycling ideas, which is fine, dude. I mean, they needed something fresh to do this stuff. But yeah, let's go ahead and cover the next one, guys. And we're almost done, I promise. So give me more of your attention, please. Now, for Tifa, you're going to get mid-range attack for her, increase HP of defense of melee troops, and all troops disruptor resistance. That's going to come in her tactical bag. And her equipment expertise is going to be advanced endurance, increase defense and HP of all troops for this one was 6.7%. Again, all this shit unlocks at 15. Reduce damage taken from titans. Titan resistance. So that's a new stat. I like it, bro. I mean, it's not a new stat. I believe that they have that also on the plane. But that's perfectly fine. They're adding these things into the officer equipment, which will actually help the smaller players, I would assume. Shout out to my boy Roma for providing the screenshot. But yeah, all these equipments, they're going to have a different order. You're going to unlock these things in whatever order you feel fit. It's going to be up to players like me to find out the best order to go by depending on your build, because every build is going to be different. Don't listen to, okay, get this and get this. It's all going to depend on your needs and wants based on your stat sheet on your castle, and everyone's stat sheet is different. Now, this one actually Woody unlocked. It was the mechanical hold for Alexandria. Increase HP and defense of melee troops, long range attack, and all troops disruptor resistance. The advanced endurance, which is the equipment expertise, increase defense and HP of all troops by 6.7%. This all happens at level 15. Long range resistance level 7. Reduce damage taken from long range troops by 4.8. Now, This is much different than the long range weaken on the drill officers. This is actually the same thing like you get on when you level up Alexandria, or the equipment components in your equipment facility, and also the 6-star attribute was reduced damage taken from long range troops. Very similar to that, and mid range and stuff like that. But yeah, that's actually a really badass skill. I like them, and Woody was actually the first one to get it on this one. Now let's move along. Now, last but certainly not least, Alexandria. You get the mid-range attack with her for the mid-range. There's biochemical zombie attack boost, and then the increase HP and defense of long-range troops. So whenever you're a long range, you do get some benefits on that one as well. The advanced kill, which is increased attack of all troops, and the defense rampart, which is basically the island item, the theater, where it gives you an additional shield. Um, long range troops get the attack plus shield. Okay, so yeah, it's just basically giving you another shield, man. It's the same fucking thing, dude. I mean, they're just recycling ideas at this point. But at least it allows like the smaller players to actually get island items that normally they would not be accessible to getting them. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't have something for the Kingsley because Kingsley isn't an officer that anybody really unlocked. But yeah, man. I mean, I would have to say that on him, this is what I found, which was given to me by my partner, a Midnight Marauder from 1098, my brother over there from another mother. But yeah, man, he was able to get some of it. But this is just for Kingsley, man. When we get more of his of his equipment expertise, I'll be able to post it. But for right now, not many people are going to be using Kingsley, as you already know. But yeah, man, let's go ahead and now let's look at the offices a little bit. So what's the verdict? Well, I can tell you guys right now that the event's out. They're gonna make you buy this shit. But I definitely got it from the shop as well. You can get it from the store. It's gonna require these equipment essence cores and things like that. What I do like is the fact that when you do upgrade your officers, whatever equipment you actually get for them. Um, Shout out to my boy Woody. I see that love that he was showing me. They actually start glowing. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, if you notice Zeus's gun is a little bit more shinier. It's purple. You can see it's purple, but when you get it to gold, it turns gold. And things like Stormbows. Look at that. His Stormbow, his bow and arrow is glowing. When you get the armor and stuff like that, it glows too. In combination, if you look at Kingsley, it looks kind of like dull. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't look like it's glowing. But Aeon, Alexandria, you could definitely tell. It looks really cool. Uh, but yeah, man, I mean, this is actually going to be pretty nifty, a nifty upgrade. It's definitely going to give people something to go for. But again, guys, the best advice I can give you if you're waiting for that is try to divide your packs among all the officers. Don't try to get one officer to gold because it's not going to be very efficient. You're gonna want to spread out the experience amongst all of them to get the most bang for buck stat attributes across the board. Now let's talk a little bit about all troops disruptor resistance. Everybody's been talking about this bullshit, and I've been telling everybody, listen, bro, calm down. It's gonna be coming out. It's gonna be coming out. So it's right here where it says underneath all troops block. I guess it's a debuff for. Let's see. When troops are under the control of the disruptor, they have a chance to be immune from the disruptor effect. Increase disruptor resistance to improve the chance of troops' immunity from the disruptor. The disruptor is basically the plane. The planes actually has right here. It says disruptor ammo, and then right here later disruptor. They buff it, and then right here as well. They're just nerfing it a bit because it was just too fucking powerful. But yeah, that's what they're doing right now. I definitely do like the officer equipment, but it is a bunch of recycled ideas. It is a lot of shit from the island, from the aquarium to the movie theater and things like that. They're throwing you a bunch of attack and health attributes and stuff like that. So it's gonna make you basically pack a higher punch. I think this is gonna assist on basically killing higher whale cities. Excuse me, that are high in BP when you increase the attack of everybody. But yeah, it's all inconclusive. So a lot of you people have been asking, what's going to be the best route to get, what's going to be the best thing for it, and everybody's build is different, guys. Don't just get what everybody else is getting. If you have any questions, come see me in the shit talk room. If it's a simple yes or no question, I'll be able to answer it. I do provide a service where I actually look at your castle, give you tips of where to go, where to spend your money. I've offered players guys and things like that. Ace took advantage of it and things like that. A lot of other players have taken advantage of it to assist them in the most cost-effective way of building your castle. I definitely recommend this equipment. But only time will tell. I know these are all hard stat attributes, so they're going to be directly reflective in nation and in cross nation, guys. So, yep, that's all I wanted to cover. My Discord is right here, so if you need to contact me and you have any questions, quick yes or no questions, that's fine. But if you want me to dive deep into your castles, I do work on a gratuity based system. But yeah, you can just contact me on here. I've been playing this game for about 7 years. I was an AOZ vet for a long time, and then I got fired. But that's fine. I don't give a shit. Just for telling the truth, And right now, you're gonna hear it from me, the Messiah. That this equipment's pretty nice. It's nice. It's just amplification of the original stats that you already have. So, 2,000 LRA percentage. Here we come, baby. So that's pretty much it, guys. Subscribe, like, and do all that good stuff. If you have any AO coin you want to donate to the Messiah, let me know. My commander ID is right there, 37709-208. And yeah, man, just go ahead and share this around. Put this in your nation chat and holla at your boy. The Razzle Dazzle is signing off. Peace.